By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Jeremiah, you may kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the privilege to introduce to you for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Jeremiah Duggar.
Hey everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. Just finished an update about John and Kate and 8 and Hannah and the kids, and everyone's turning 18, and oh my goodness. And it wouldn't be at all a day if we didn't have a mashup of what's going on with the Duggars. So as you know, there was a wedding over the weekend, and at the wedding, lots and lots of Duggars showed up in attendance for Hannah and Jeremiah to get married. The two of them had been courting for about a year and a half, and they end up getting married in Nebraska. And there was photos that have begun to circulate online of all the different people that were at the wedding. And it's weird because Jessa was there and Joy was there, but they haven't posted any photos online, which I can't believe. They normally do post photos. I know at the end of the wedding, the pastor said not to post photos until the couple posted photos, which both of them have posted photos. So I don't know what is stopping the sisters from not sharing their photos, but maybe they just don't want to, or they just are being respectful. I don't know. There was a lot of questions on Derek and Jill and if they were there. A lot of you thought you saw her down in the front with Derek. I still don't know. It's so hard to make it all out fuzzy, but there's a couple rumors that have come out from the wedding, and then obviously we haven't talked about Jill's new baby, all of that. So who did attend and who shared photos was Jinger. So Jinger and Jeremy were in Nebraska for the wedding, and Jinger wore pants to the wedding. I was like absolutely shocked by this. Like I couldn't even believe this. She posted photos with her younger sisters, and she was wearing trousers and a blazer. She looked like she was going to work. And listen, I'm not against pants. It's just so odd to me, or it's such a unique decision on such a large scale that she would make the decision not to wear a dress to a wedding. And I know she's her own woman, and I know she can make her own decisions, and she's not under Jim Bob's authority, but Jinger has said in the past that she respects her parents' rules when she's around them. And so you would frequently see when she would go back on to Counting On, when she would be around her parents, she wouldn't be wearing her pants. And do you remember on Counting On, the first time she wore pants on the show and she went hiking in pants? And there was this huge talk between Jinger and Michelle about how Jinger felt like led by God to wear pants, and Michelle accepted that. And they were like both crying about it, which was wild. So Jinger wears shorts, pants, all of that stuff now, but when around her parents, has usually kind of been respectful to their rules. And Jessa does the same thing. Like Jessa wears pants when she's not around her parents, and then when she's with her parents, generally wears dresses. Joy is kind of the same as well. Joy wears pants not around her parents, and then will wear dresses when she's with her parents. Probably that ingrained thing of like respecting their father's authority and that cult mentality. But the choice for her to wear pants had a lot of people shocked. I got a lot of messages from you in the comments that, whoa, she totally broke a huge rule here. She's really not abiding by Jim Bob's rules. She's really not underneath that authority anymore if she wore pants to this wedding. Now, I don't know if that's a huge deal. You know, a lot of the tabloids will make it a huge deal every time they wear pants, and I'm just kind of over that whole narrative, but I do think it's interesting that to a wedding she wore pants. Now, I don't know if the pants were to the wedding or if the pants were actually to like a wedding reception or to like the groom's dinner the night before. She just shared a photo with her sisters and she was in pants. Oh, the humanity. Okay. So while Jinger was wearing pants, last week, Jill Duggar and Derek Dillard actually announced their gender reveal. And ba-da-bum-bum, they're having a baby boy. So they're having a baby boy. They had a whole gender reveal party set up, but they had to cancel it. On her blog, she said, we had originally planned on finding out our baby's gender earlier, a couple weeks ago, but COVID hit our family and we had to delay the exciting revelation. However, this turned out to be a blessing in disguise because by the time we were able to reschedule, Israel was on his spring break. This meant our whole family could be together for the appointment. And as we all found out together that another little boy would be joining our family. We decided to make a special day of it by starting off by eating breakfast together at our local restaurant called the Buttered Biscuit. Then we did a little shopping before heading out to our appointment to learn the exciting news. We're thankful for our healthy baby due in July, and your continued prayers are much appreciated. So they are having a little boy, which is kind of exciting. So the same photo shoot that they did to announce the gender reveal, or to announce that they were pregnant, is the same photo shoot they announced for the baby's gender. So they probably knew the gender when they announced her pregnancy. They did it as a family. Again, I think this is another thing to point out, is that the Duggars ignored her. So the Duggars have shared things back on Instagram, like when John's plane crash was made news, they made a response and they shared like a link to an article about John's response to the plane crash. But they didn't congratulate her on the new baby. And that's generally something they do with baby announcements. Now, I should note that there's likely other Duggars pregnant right now that have not made the announcement. I noticed at the wedding that Abby is pregnant. She did have a bump. And then other people were thinking that Kendra looked pregnant. So now there are all these headlines that Kendra's pregnant. We already know Jill's pregnant and Abby's pregnant. So the Duggars don't respond or even share any of her posts about her baby, which I'm starting to think Jill doesn't want them to, if I'm being honest. She may have told them not to share anything that she does on Instagram. But I don't think there's any, the divide between the Duggars and the Dillards isn't going to end anytime soon. Okay, so Jill is having a baby boy. Ginger wore pants, and then the Duggars. Okay, so the Duggars returned to Instagram, and they shared an update about Jeremiah's wedding, which I already told you about in a separate video. Now, at the wedding, they had quite a few family members that came, and I think almost all the adult children that aren't incarcerated. And at the wedding, Gil Bates was there, and one of his older kids, and I think some of his daughters were there, and I didn't see Kelly, but that doesn't mean she wasn't there. I could only see Gil's head in the photo, right? In the screen. So Gil and the family, whatever kids that he brought with him, and maybe Kelly, went to Jeremiah's wedding in Nebraska. And on the photo that they shared on Instagram, they limited comments, and no one commented except for the Bates. So when you're on Instagram, if you don't know this, you can actually limit comments. And when you limit comments on Instagram, you can allow only your followers to comment. You can only allow people that follow you or that you follow to comment, or you can only allow no one to comment. So it seems like they have limited it to people that they follow. And they only follow a very short, small group of people. Okay, so the Duggars follow 29 people on their Instagram. And the only people that commented were Bates family, who said, "What a gorgeous bride and groom." So they follow Hannah, Jeremiah, James, Justin, Claire, the Bates family, Jason, Swan for Kids, which is the nonprofit that's Jeremy's mom's nonprofit, Hope We Hold for Jeremy and Ginger, Austin, Jed, Alert Family Camp, Medicorp, Fort Rock Family Camp, Alert Academy, Family Conference, so all the IBLP stuff, Amy, Joseph, and Kendra, Jana, John, Joy, Ginger, Jeremy, Josiah, Jessa, Derek, Ben, Jill, and Anna. So none of their kids commented on the wedding on their post. only the baits. That's all I'm going to say about that. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. And they apparently can't take the heat and don't want to take criticism and have comments turned off. And listen, I understand that, but to a degree, like, they still have people that support them, and they won't even allow those people to comment. It's such a difference of, like, they used to not care at all about criticism. They used to just ignore it and say that it wasn't anything. They called everything fake news. And now that it's real and that there's no denying what Josh did, instead of, like, taking it and, like, dealing with the after blowback, they just turn comments off and they can't face it. And they've retreated and hidden themselves from the world, which is so not what I expected. Honestly, I did not, knowing Jim Bob and how I think just narcissistic he can be, I was like, there's no way he's going to disappear. He's going to, like, act like nothing happened. But he really has disappeared. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. So the Duggars disappear. Only one person comments on their post. Jill's having a boy. Ginger is wearing pants. And fans think that Kendra looked pregnant at the wedding. Okay, I don't know, because I couldn't tell. I couldn't even tell if it was her. Someone had a baby bump or looked like they had a baby bump while carrying a baby. So they assume it's Kendra carrying a baby with a baby bump. I don't know if she's actually pregnant. People have said the same thing about Lauren, and Lauren was at the wedding and 1000% did not look pregnant. So Kendra's pregnant. I don't know. I mean, everyone thought Lauren was pregnant and about ready to pop 2 months ago, and she's not pregnant. Abby is pregnant, though, and so is Jill. But is Kendra pregnant? I don't know. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comments below. Bye, guys.